Lesson 7.2, Complementary and Supplementary Angles. Two angles are complementary if the sum of their measure is 90 degrees. So if we look at our model, we have the measure of angle 1 and the measure of angle 2. So those two angles together create a 90-degree angle. So the way you would write that is the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2 equals 90. So the M in front of the angle symbol is just representing measure. So that reads measure of angle 1 plus measure of angle 2 equals 90. Two angles are supplementary if the sum of their measures is 180 degrees. So if you look at your model, you have the angle 3 and angle 4 together create the straight line, which is 180 degrees. So those are supplementary. The way you write that in the equation form is measure of angle 3 plus measure of angle 4 equals 180 degrees. Identify each pair of angles as complementary, supplementary, or neither. On 1A, angle 1 and angle 2 together create that straight line. So this is a supplementary relationship. And that is all I have to write. 1B, identify each pair of angles as complementary, supplementary, or neither. And when they're far apart like that and they're not next to each other, it's harder to see, so I just go ahead and add them. So I do 60 plus 30 is 90. And so if these angles add up to 90, they are complementary. That is the definition of complementary angles. So I go ahead and write that and circle it. And that's my answer. 1C, identify each pair of angles as complementary, supplementary, or neither. And these don't look like either, so we're going to go ahead and add them just to make sure. So we do 85 plus 90, and that gets us 175 degrees. And that is not 90 degrees, and that is not 180 degrees. So this is neither. It is not a supplementary or a complementary relationship. So I circle that, and that's my answer. 3A, I have 2x plus 28, and they are going to equal 90 degrees because these angles together create a 90-degree angle, so they are complementary. So I take 28 plus 2x equals 90 degrees. And I subtract 28 from both sides. And when I do that, I get 2x equals 62. And then I divide by 2. So x equals 31. And a lot of times people will be tempted to write x equals 31 degrees, but it actually is 62 degrees. The x is 31, so we do not put the degree symbol there. 3B, what is the value of x in the figure? So these angles together make a straight line, which is 180 degrees. So I do 56 plus x equals 180. And to get x by itself, I subtract 56 from both sides. And when I do that, I get x equals 124 degrees. I circle it. And that's my answer. Okay, 5A, what is the value of x shown in the support brace for the fence? Again, these angles together make a straight line, so we do 10x plus 80 equals 180. So we subtract 80 from both sides, and we get 10x equals 100. To get x by itself, we divide by 10, and x equals 10. I know some people felt like I went too fast on this type of problem, and so if you're struggling on this, I strongly encourage you to go back and watch your chapter 6 videos, because if you're struggling on how I'm getting x by itself, like why am I subtracting 80, why am I dividing by 10, that's your basic solving of equations, which is okay. You may have forgotten those, but I'm not going to reteach chapter 6 material in this video and take up people's time. So if you're struggling on how to solve for x, go back and watch a chapter 6.4 video. Or you can always come and see me before or after school, and I'd love to help you. 4B, what is the measure of the angle given by the opening of the scissors? So I'm going to do 8x plus 116 equals 180, and that's how I'm going to solve for x. So I subtract 116 from both sides, and when I do that, I get 8x equals 64, and then to get x by itself, I'm going to divide by 8 on both sides. So x equals 8. So the opening of this scissors is 64 degrees. I circle it, and that's my answer.